Good morning, all of you. It is for Bekkarelu kuda dekhlo. Good morning, all of you. Today we are going to study about estimation of earthwork for road. Before the estimation, first we have to know what is the section of the road. Okay, the section of the road is the a trapezoidal section. As it is given in diagram, cross section of earthwork of road in banking or in cutting. When we are going to construct any road, first we have to do the earthwork. Earthwork may be in banking form or in cutting form, because for the construction of road, first you have to label the soil or the ground over which we have to construct the road. First we need to label that ground, whether it is in cutting form or in banking form. Okay, next is this is the banking part, where the ground level is below the formation level, but in case of cutting part, formation level is below the ground level. In the cutting part, we have to cut the soil. The existing soil is above the formation level. We have to cut the soil and to get the formation level. But in case of banking, the formation level we have to construct above the ground level. The existing ground level is below the formation level. At that point, we have to deposit the soil. That's why it is called banking or filling. If we have to cut the soil to get the formation level, it is called cutting. Okay, but the section for banking and cutting are same for both the part. Whether it is banking and cutting, the trapezoidal section of the road is same for both the part, whether it is banking or cutting. Okay, as we are constructing a road, we have to first calculate earthwork. Okay, earthwork means the amount of soil we need to fill or the amount of soil we need to cut. If there is banking, we have to fill the soil. If there is cutting, we have to cut the soil. Okay, so we have to calculate the quantity of soil in banking and quantity of soil in cutting. For that, we have a formula, that is the volume of that trapezoidal section. As the cross section of the road is in the form of trapezoidal, that's why we have to calculate the volume of that trapezoidal part. For that, as we know that for the trapezium section, the area, cross sectional area into length is the volume of that trapezoidal part. Okay, so sectional area means here, as it is a trapezoidal section, area of central rectangular portion plus area of two side triangular portion. Okay, so central rectangular portion formula will be B into D, because this is the base, which is the formation width, and D is the height of the soil, whether it is cutting or banking. In case of banking, we have to take the D below ground level. In case of banking, we have to take the D above ground level up to formation level. Basically, D is the difference between ground level and the formation level, whether it is cutting or banking. In case of cutting, we can consider it as depth. In banking, we can consider it as height. Okay. The formula will be BD for the central area, and the side two triangular area is the 2 into, as it is a right angle type triangle. For that, half into base into height is the formula for the triangle, and as there is two triangles, we have to multiply 2. The formula will be BD plus 2 into half into B into D, where B of the triangular portion is SD as given in the figure. SD, as we know that S is to 1 is the side slope. Here S stands for horizontal, 1 stands for vertical. For 1 vertical, S will be the horizontal. For D vertical, horizontal will be S into D. That's why this distance is, base is S into D for the triangular part. So the formula will be BD plus SD square is the central area into length, because we are calculating the quantity. And some methods are there to calculate the earthwork for the road. One is mid-sectional area method, second is mean sectional area method, and third one is prismoidal formula method. Okay. First, mid-sectional area method. In this method, the quantity of earthwork can be calculated by quantity is equal to area of mid-section into length, that we have already calculated, discussed previously. Quantity will be area of rectangular portion, that means the middle portion of the trapezium, and area of two triangular portion of two sides. Formula will be BDM plus 2 into SDM square. That means BDM plus half SDM square plus half SDM square, that is BDM plus SDM square into length, where DM stands for mean height of mean depth. Where in case of there is transverse slope, that means if a road is constructed, that means the slope, there is some slope, that means starting point and end point of the road has different height, that means there is some longitudinal slope. Okay, so DM will be the mean height from the starting point and end point, mean height or mean depth. Mean depth means the difference, the depth is the difference between the ground level and the formation level at the starting point, and the D2 is the ground level and formation level difference at the end point. See the formula. One question is solved here. See, calculate the quantity of earthwork for 200 meter length for a portion of road in an uniform ground, the heights of the banks at the two ends being 1 meter and 1.5 meter. The formation width is 10 meter and side slopes 2:1. Okay, so data given here is formation width is 10 meter, that is given. Side slope is, as it is given, 2:1. As we know that is S:1, so S will be 2. Then D1, that means starting point, the depth of the starting end is 1 meter, and at the second end it is 1.6 meter. Okay, so first we have to calculate the DM, that is mean depth. Mean depth hoga 1 plus 1.6, that means D1 plus D2 by 2. The average depth will be 1.3. Okay, then length is directly given, that is 200 meter. According to formula, as we know that Q is equal to BDM plus SDM square into length. B is already given, that is 10 meter. DM we have to calculate, that is calculated 1.3. Then plus 2 plus S into D square. So S will be 2. S given is 2 into D is 1.3. D means DM. We have to take the DM. As we are considering mid-sectional area method, we have to take it is as DM. D1 plus D2 by 2. DM will be 1.3 and length will be 200. After the multiplication, we are getting 3276 cubic meter. That means this amount of soil we have to, because it is in banking part, in the question it is given the heights of the banks at the two ends. That means it is already given in the question, it is in the banking part. That means this amount of soil we have to fill at the existing ground. Okay. Thank you.